Okay, in this next poem we have a girl and a boy respond, and it's named after the title of the first line. And the girl says, "My God, my lotus, the north wind blows. How pleasant it is to go to the river." What is a river made up of? A lot of water, some obstacles. But if it is an innuendo or a metaphor for sexuality, perhaps it's made up of bodily fluids. How pleasant it is to go to the river. My heart longs to go down to the bath before, my heart longs to go down to bathe before you. So here we have the female speaker talking about bathing in front of the person she loves. That I may show you my beauty in a tunic of the finest royal linen, drenched in fragrant oils, my hair plaited in reeds. I'm going to do my hair, and I'm going to wear a material that you can see through once I get wet. I'd go down to the water with you and come out to you carrying a red fish. And the book says this is a tilapia, a well-known erotic symbol that was also used as an amulet of red stone. So here we've got the red fish, which, not to belabor the point, no pun intended, but I'd long to come out carrying your red fish, which is a penis. Which feels just right in my fingers. I'd set it before you while gazing at your beauty. Oh, my hero, my beloved, come and see me. And her lover responds, my beloved's love is over there on the other side. The river surrounds my body. The flood waters are powerful in this season, and a crocodile waits on the sandbank. Yet I went down to the water to wade through the flood, my heart brave in the channel. I found the crocodile to be like a mouse, and the surface of the water like dry land to my feet. It is her love that makes me strong. So this dude wants to wade through the flood, and maybe he's calling his unit a crocodile. I'm not sure, but it's possible because people have talked this way forever, giving names to parts of our bodies, so it's their own code. She casts a water spell for me. I see my heart's beloved standing right before me. My beloved has come. My heart rejoices. My arms are open to her embrace, are open to embrace her. My heart is as happy in its place as a fish in its pond. O night, you are mine forever, since my lady came to me. You know, we can have popular music. Let's get it on, I think, is a phrase from one of the tunes from the last 30 years. Who knows? With my mind, it could go back 50. However, this is not something that's unusual. People expressing their sexual desire for each other. What I do find unusual in Egyptian poetry is that women are talking about their longing to have sex with the people that they love. The next poem is, I wish I were her Nubian maid. Now, if you had a maid, that would mean that it's another woman who takes care of a woman. But the boy is saying, I wish I was her black maid to take care of her. I wish I were her Nubian maid, her attendant in secret, as she brings her a bowl of madrigoras. It is in her hand while she gives pleasure. In other words, she'd grant me the hue of her whole body. I wish I were the laundryman of my beloved's clothes for even just a month. I would be strengthened by grasping the garments that touched her body. You know, in Japan, they actually have vending machines that sell women's panties that have been worn. Can you imagine how lonely a man must be to want to go and put money into a machine to be able to smell a woman's panties? Just like this man here. For I'd be washing out the moringa oils that are in her kerchief. Then I'd rub my body with her cast-off garments, and she, oh, how I would be in joy and delight, my vigorous. I wish I were her little signet ring, the keeper of her finger. I would see her love each and every day, and I would steal her heart. So, you can think about what a ring finger, now in our culture, a ring finger, no, I'm not flipping you off, a ring finger might see if you were the ring on the finger. Here we have a woman speaking. I passed close by his house. And this is just the 6th stanza. I passed close by his house and found his door ajar. My beloved was standing beside his mother, and with him all his brothers and sisters. Now today, what we might call that is a creepy stalker. On the other hand, a creepy stalker isn't a stalker if you actually want that person around. I'm not proponing being a stalker, by the way, because I remember waking up one night in the middle of the night and a woman I was dating was right there inside my house staring down at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was not good for me. So she passes along and looks inside his house. Love of him captures the heart of all who walk along the way, a precious youth without peer, a lover excellent of character. So this is very interesting to me because in this poem, obviously the speaker admires his family, and obviously admires the man's character. This is a good person, as she sees him. He gazed at me when I passed by, but I must exult alone. She is lonely without her lover. How joyfully does my heart rejoice, my beloved, since I first saw you. If only mother knew my heart, she would go inside for a while. You know, if my mom wasn't watching me all the time, we could get things done. Then I could hurry to my beloved and kiss him in front of everyone and not be ashamed because of anyone. So here we have family shame. That love has to take place in secret so that you can still be accepted by your support system. I'd be happy to have them see that you know me and would hold festival to my goddess. My heart leaps up to go forth that I may gaze on my beloved. How lovely it is to pass by. Now, that's an erotic poem that's just about a walk. I'm walking. Oh! I see. Oh, I'm so glad I saw. And there was nothing sexual to see except for everything that's going on inside here. This next poem is called 7 Whole Days, and it's a male speaking. 7 whole days I have not seen my beloved. Illness has invaded me, my limbs have grown heavy, and I barely sense my own body. Now, I used to read literature and think that when people became madly in love, where they were almost insane, that was something that just authors made up. However, since the time I started reading literature, scientists have actually come out and talked about how your brain, when you're in love, actually makes endorphins so that you are addicted to the person you love. How many of you have had the experience where you were with somebody, talking to somebody? It doesn't matter if you were carnal with them or not, and that person leaves, and as soon as they leave, you start feeling a little bit sick, or you have this longing. And that's because your brain has stopped producing the chemical that keeps us in love. So in his case, I barely sense my own body. Should the master physicians come to me, their medicines could not ease my heart. Why? Because he's addicted to this love. The lector priests have no good treatment because my illness cannot be diagnosed. But if someone tells me, here is she, here is my beloved, that will revive me. Her name, that is what will get me up out of bed. The coming and going of her messengers, that's what will revive my heart. More potent than any medicine is my beloved for me. More powerful than the physician's manual. Her comings from outside is my amulet. If I see her, I will become healthy. If she but gives me a glance, my limbs will regain vigor. If she speaks, I will grow strong. If I hug her, she'll drive illness from me. But she's been gone for 7 days. And I think this speaks to the idea of why it can be so difficult so difficult for people to have long distance relationships. Even in this time when people can Zoom each other, web chat each other, WhatsApp each other visually, it's very hard for people to be separated. And can you imagine when you're truly in love, oftentimes 7 days is 7 days too long.